Hi, welcome back to Vola TV. I'm Barry Wright, Deputy Head Teacher at Vale Leven Academy, and I'm really delighted to be joined today by Jardine, one of our teachers of history. How are you, Alistair?
I'm really good, yeah, glad to be here first time.
Great, yeah, you're very welcome, nice to see you. So, I cannot believe that we are a week away from the October holiday. It's absolutely flown in.
Oh, it's been mad. It's 7-8 weeks in, and yeah, just crazy to think. Yeah. After that, it's the run up to Christmas. So.
Yes. So we're well into the school year. Absolutely not at the starting point at all. How are your classes going?
Yeah, generally pretty good. Everything quite fairly settled. Obviously, just the usual kind of getting to know you period at the start. But yeah, we seem to be getting there, and just trying to get people in the frame of mind thinking suddenly prelims and stuff are heading our way.
Of course. So yeah, prelims, interim assessments coming up in, oh my goodness, that's 7 or 8 weeks again from here. So it's really the time now for us to start thinking about study plans and really getting our head in the game around all of that. Yeah, and that's something I guess you're talking to your classes about.
Yeah, just especially for the ones coming into S4 who've maybe not had that experience before, and just trying to. Suddenly it all becomes a bit real for them, and they're thinking, oh goodness me, what's coming up. But yeah, definitely just kind of trying to get their head in the game for that.
Brilliant. And it's all the basic things, isn't it? We want you to be in school every day. So important. Attendance is just incredibly important. If you're not here, you're not learning. So we want you here, and make sure you're doing homework, following the instructions that you really get, and doing your very best. It's all that we always ask, isn't it? Do your best.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're putting in 100% effort, then no one can ask any more of you, and you're just taking advantage of the opportunities you're being given. So yeah.
But school's about so much more than just what goes on in the classroom, and we've got Alistair here today to talk a little bit about Duke of Edinburgh, and I feel quite warmly about Duke of Edinburgh. I did Duke of Edinburgh when I was 14, 15, and it wasn't through school. It was through a place where I grew up that offered it, and I absolutely loved it. I get so much from it, and we offer it to our S3 and S6 students at the moment, don't we?
Yeah. So. Last year was really the first year we'd managed to do it again after all the kind of disruption, obviously, of COVID. So it was actually something that was led by our pupils as well, maybe ones who'd had older brothers and sisters who'd had that experience a few years ago and really wanting to get that kind of back up and running. So myself with Robbie Duncan and Lara McConnell over the last sort of year have been running that. Last year, a really successful S3 group, and then this year we've got another S3 group coming through, and S6 pupils doing their silver award.
Brilliant. And when I did it, it's going back into the dark ages when I did my Duke of Edinburgh, but I remember the expedition was a really important part of that, and a real challenge. It wasn't easy. It wasn't something that you got for nothing.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing. I think when you mention to people Duke of Edinburgh, the expedition's the first thing they go to, and I think that's the kind of big selling point. Yeah. And something we've really tried to do in the kind of changeover is, of course, sell the expedition as something that you want to get involved with, but as part of the Duke of Edinburgh Award, you've got your volunteering time, you've got your time spending doing some sort of physical activity or sport, and also learning a new skill or just enhancing a skill you've already got. So trying to give them the whole experience, but absolutely, of course, the expedition and just the chance to get kind of out there, and maybe for many of our pupils, the first time they've maybe had that experience, and just been taking advantage of the fact that we're so close to such great scenery, and we're 5-10 minutes on the bus, and suddenly you're kind of in the middle of nowhere. So just taking advantage of the fact that we're.
And you were away on Wednesday. What year group was that with?
So that was our S6 silver group on Wednesday. We were just doing our kind of practice expedition. The weather didn't turn out fantastic, but obviously even in the middle of June, there's no guarantee it's going to be great for 3 days. So it was actually quite good at kind of just getting our pupils used to what they might face. And I've got to say everyone tackled it with really good humour and got on with it really well. So it was really good to see, and we made sure that they had extra full packs, even though they weren't camping. They had their tents with them, their stoves with them, and all that sort of stuff.
That is one of the challenges. I remember that as well. The weight of your backpack. It's that's not easy, but you learn so much, don't you, in terms of team working and how to build relationships, and it's great to be outside in the fresh air, even if it's raining. But all of these skills that you develop, it's great, isn't it?
Really is. It definitely is, and that was one thing that the three teachers who were on the expedition commented on, that especially once you got to S6, you're pretty familiar with most of the pupils that are there, and it was a kind of mixed friendship groups, but the fact that everyone was kind of pulling together and just trying to kind of get each other through it, and just trying to keep each other in kind of good spirits as we were going through the day was really nice to see. And there was no sort of standoffishness, no cliqueiness. It was just everyone working together to try and make it a big success.
Brilliant. So we've got skills. We've got us working on some volunteering there as well. So how's the volunteering bit coming along?
So it's been really good. So we've actually managed to forge a kind of unofficial partnership with the Vale Leven Trust. So that's Rona McAlpine's mum. They're in the main street or the down Mitchell Way. So they're kind of a local activity hub, trying to get local people more kind of active and involved with. They've got walking groups, cycling groups, and also they've got a whole kind of fleet of e-bikes as well. So we've managed to get quite a lot of our pupils spending even just an hour or two a week with them. Others have given up their time with kind of clubs that they maybe already do, or helping out younger age groups, and others just taking part in the extracurricular opportunities offered across the school and in the PE department and things like that.
Brilliant. So, because we are a community school, we're a school for the community, so that's absolutely brilliant. That's something that we're taking forward as part of a wider thing. Well, sounds fantastic. Is there an opportunity to get involved in this again next year? When do you start recruiting?
So basically, from the word go, we've had a big uptake with our S6 group this year. Almost too big at points, just trying to manage all the profiles and everything that goes into that. And then with our S3 group that are just starting this year, we're just in the kind of beginning phases of that. So there is still an opportunity for pupils who would like to join that. The kind of announcements did go out on the kind of daily announcements in Tannoy and things. But if there is anyone out there that's maybe hearing this for the first time, then feel free to come and see one of the teachers involved, and we can get you signed up. And then the kind of real process with the volunteering and the skills can take place throughout the year, with the expedition kind of finishing off the years before the summer holidays. Brilliant,
lovely way to finish. Now, huge thanks from the school, and I'm sure from our parents, to yourself, Alistair, and to Robbie Duncan and Lara McConnell for their huge involvement. You know, the time that you all give up for this, I'm sure it's hugely appreciated by everyone.
Well, it's nice to hear that, but there's also, from the selfish point of view, we're all three people who do like the outdoors as well. So it is something we enjoy, and especially our third year group last year. They were such an excellent group that we had with us, the 14, 15 that were there, and it was so nice to see. I think the moment that we got to the campsite and to the outdoors, we were able just to sort of sit back and just let them get on with things. They were all very, very well kind of trained in what they were doing by that point, and even just almost that reversion to childhood or something a bit more simple. We were just running about playing tag and just having fun.
Brilliant.
Something really good to see, and we got very lucky with the weather last year, so it's something we enjoy doing as well.
Brilliant, I love to hear that. That's brilliant. Well, thank you very much for joining us on Vola TV, Alistair, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you again soon.